In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a scenario where Massachusetts formed an empire. Why are they blue all of a sudden? So they will be red, because that's the color that we make it to know what empire, to know which one is the empire. So, anyways, the first thing they're going to be invading is Rhode Island. So, they basically just are going to walk in and just take it over. There isn't much resistance. There's some, but not much, and they get Folia next. And then they're going to go after Connecticut, which will fight back a bit more, but still will fall pretty quickly. And also get Folia next into the Empire. So with that, Massachusetts has just taken over 2 more states. However, that's not where they're going to stop, as next they'll be going after New Hampshire. So they'll start pushing into New Hampshire. And New Hampshire will do a bit better to fight back, but they're still going to get... They're still not going to do too well, as all of this will fall over. However, they do push back a bit down here, but then their troops just get encircled here and all die. And with that, they won't have much troops left as they all died, so they will fall over to the Empire, which will continue to Folia next as they Folia next New Hampshire. And right after that, they will instantly send their troops into Vermont. So their troops go into Vermont, which won't go well for Vermont as they die and become part of Massachusetts. So now Massachusetts is looking pretty big, as they've gone from a tiny state down here to this thing. But they are not done yet, as they will continue, now going after Maine. And they will send their troops into Maine. They will focus on the southern half with all the people, but will also just take a bunch of this northern part that does not have much people. Meanwhile, pushing into this part with people. Eventually, all of the area with people will fall, and with this, there's like no one up here other than like a few farmers, so goodbye, and full annexation. Now, Massachusetts is looking big, and they are still not done, as they will now go after the strongest opponent yet, New York. Now, they'll start pushing to New York. They push up here, which doesn't have much people. Most of the people live down here. There are some people up here, though. However, down here, New York will push into Massachusetts, push into what was previously Connecticut. Meanwhile, Massachusetts will take all of this area here, but they will pull some troops back from here to come take care of this. So with that, New York will start pushing back over here. However, Massachusetts does push New York almost fully out of them, and will then make an attempt to disconnect this part with all the people from this part, and that goes well. They will then finish pushing New York out. They will then make a landing over here, and in the bloodiest battle so far, very bloody battle, they take all of it before going in over here, taking this, and with that, New York will surrender, and Massachusetts has won the war, and now they have the entire ocean. Anyways, in the peace treaty, Massachusetts will get this land over here, or they'll take this land over here. As for the rest, it will be turned into a puppet state. Actually, that's too dark. Let's make it a lighter color. There, they are turned into a puppet state. And get text. Okay, that's not important. Anyways, continuing on. Next, Massachusetts will go after New Jersey. So, I'm getting a lot of text. Eat something. I'm going to do that. Okay, anyways, they'll start going down into New Jersey. They'll quickly take the northern half, and soon after, the southern half will fall over. They are incredibly strong at this point after being in New York, and they'll fully annex New Jersey. And their next target is going to be Pennsylvania. And also, they declare war on Delaware, as they had plans to take that and decided to just do it now. So they send their troops into Pennsylvania. They'll also send some troops out from the puppet state up here. But they don't really care about this. This is more so just a distraction as they focus in on what they do want. They want some land over here. They'll also go down into Delaware and take that. And Pennsylvania will push back over here, but that's because this was mostly just a distraction, and there will be a stalemate here until both sides will agree to peace, in which until encode that. Anyways, in which this area here will go over to Massachusetts along with Delaware. I keep on getting text and it's annoying. Anyways, now Massachusetts is looking like this, and they have one more area that they want to take before they end, and that is part of Canada. So they declare war on Canada. As they want all of this part of Canada here. So they will start an invasion of Canada. They will also send troops out from their puppet state. And will start pushing into Canada. Canadian forces will start pushing in up here. And eventually the front line will be something like this. And over here, Massachusetts will cut this part off. And soon after, they'll just take all of it. I'm just going to skip that because it's not very important. Anyways, after taking that part, Massachusetts will then focus on kicking Canada out of its land. So they will push up over here, pushing Canada almost completely out. Afterwards, they will send troops in over here and will push up over here to this water. And eventually, they will push in and take all of this. They will then kick Canada completely out. And after a few months left of fighting, Massachusetts will take all of this, and in the peace treaty, Massachusetts will take this, and they'll give this small bit over here over to their puppet state. With this, Massachusetts, let me erase this line first. Anyways, with this, we see the Massachusetts Empire at its height. Wait, let me color this in. There, now we see it at its height. And I know this video is pretty short, but actually it was longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like around 10 minutes. It's 13 minutes at the moment. But I have work in like an hour, so I need to get ready for that. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.